Hey everyone's Jackal Wolf back in MC Eternal with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. Now this is a new mod pack for me. I played around with it a little bit, but I am kind of excited to do a series in it. It looks like a lot of fun. If you checked out last series, what we did was we looked at the world generation screen and basically the little preview that you're able to do to kind of see, your world before you actually go and get into it. We played around with that. We also talked a little bit about the different world types. We are in a Biomes of Plenty world type. It is the recommended world type for MC Eternal, but there are a lot of other ones out there. But as you can see, it is getting dark. It's taken me a long time to do this intro. So we're going to jump right into the very, very first thing you're probably going to want to do whenever you start playing any new Minecraft world, and that's going to be find some shelter. Luckily, because of the world preview screen, we actually know there's a house right here, right, off of spawn, which is absolutely perfect. There's a hole there I didn't know about. But here we go. Here is probably the best thing we can have right off the bat. We're going to go and close. Ooh. So this door is broken. I can tell you that much right now. But there you go. We now have ourselves a shelter for the night, which is absolutely perfect because the first thing that we are going to want to do is take a look at the quest book. There's a couple of very, very easy quests in the quest book that we're going to want to get under our belt right away before we really start getting into the meat and bones of the rest of this pack. So we start off with 3 different things. We've got the Happy Welcome Jafta, which is kind of like a little bit of a cake. It's sort of your starter piece of food, which is absolutely fine. I won't be able to eat that until my hunger goes down enough that I can actually eat something. It is part of the Pam's Harvest Craft, so you can see down at the bottom it fills 3 hunger and what is that? That's going to be about 7.5 saturation, which is pretty good. Also not eating yet, so there are some quests in here for eating different types of food, but we will get to those in a moment. We've also got a skill book and a quest book. Now, to start, let's take a look at the skill book. Oh, there's one of those dark portals out there. We will have to be dealing with those in the future. We are not kitted out enough to look at those right yet. But let's open up the skill book first. Basically, what we can do here is select a class. So we've got Artisan, which is more efficient furnaces and brewing. Lumberjack, who's hardy wood feller, you're okay. Zealot, in-your-face combat class. A miner, you mine and you craft. A spelunker, branch mining is for cowards. Archaeologist, more easily finding treasure while mining. Farmer, more efficient farming techniques. Scout, mobility in combat. Warrior, all-around combat. Hermit, better scavenging. Assassin, stealth archer, like Skyrim intended. And fisherman, better fishing and cooking. So all of these are going to play a minor part in your gameplay, though I recommend picking something that you think you're going to be doing a lot of. If you're going to be doing a lot of fighting, pick some of the combat ones. If you're going to be doing a lot of mining, pick some of the mining ones. And then the artisans and the lumberjacks, I mean, if you're doing a lot of crafting, that might help. I think just a little bit that I've played, I think the archaeologist, is an interesting one. More easily finding treasure while mining. I think the little bit that I've played, every time you break a block, there's a random chance that it's going to drop something that it shouldn't drop. So I've actually gotten an enchanted tool just from breaking dirt, but I've also gotten coal and clay and that from breaking dirt as well. So this is the one I want to pick just to pick up some extra random stuff. I think it'd be kind of cool. But all of these are just going to give you a different sort of starting mechanics. Not going to make a whole lot of difference in the long run, I don't think. But we're going to go and confirm that. Now, if we open it up again, we now have our proper skills menu. We've seen this in a couple of mod packs previously. You can use levels to, increase your crafting specialization. We can do combat ones. There are mining ones. And then we're back to crafting. So Green Thumb, occasionally gives nearby crops extra growth ticks. That is kind of handy, especially if you're doing like a skyblock version of this. +2 chance increased radius per level. So the more of that you have, the better chance, your crops are going to grow. Fishing proficiency, 5% per level. Cooking speed, random tick increase. So there's a lot of really, really cool things here. but to get those, you're going to need experience. So that's not something we can really focus on right now, but it is something we can work on in the future. What we really want to spend the first little bit of time here doing is going through the quest book. Now, the nice thing about this, it is zoomable, so you can zoom out, you can zoom in. It is a little bit of a mess as well, and there are a whole bunch of other tabs on the side. We're going to look really quickly at a bunch of these, but we will get more into it as future episodes go. Right now, we are on the introduction tab, and there is a sign here, here, and here. Before you can begin your fun new adventure, you have to sign a contract which essentially says your soul belongs to me for all eternity, blah, blah, blah. Everything you ever create is proprietary property of me. The writing becomes so small it is unreadable. So a little bit of a starter task. This sort of signifies that you want to start your way through these quest guides. So we're going to click the tasks, and then we get rewards of 1 monies and 1 copy of the contract. It looks like a bucket of poo. I'm assuming that's what the intent there is. I don't even know if we can... Sewage. Yeah, it is a bucket of sewage is exactly what it is. So be careful. If you spill it out, it will give you a little bit of poison effect there. So that's our first quest. That was super, super easy. We now have a couple of other options that are open to us. A gift. Thank you for downloading my pack. Lots of work went into making this hopefully a fun experience for everyone. Enjoy. So we get 150 monies. This is going to come in handy when we are, need a certain material that we don't actually have in our world. And then we also get a forgotten trash can. Now, this is not actually a trash can. This is a reward chest. So here we go. We've got our forgotten trash can. There are different levels of reward chests in this pack, a lot like some of the other packs, but if we go open this up, this one is not random though. This one gives us a very, very set number of items, though the amounts are different. I've done this a couple of times and I've gotten less intestines. I've gotten, I think, more Kung Pao. I've gotten about the same amount of Rat Burger, but then I also got all of this stuff here as well. The most funny of which is the Fallout 76 game key. That one makes me laugh. But we're opening that up. Let's throw that armor on, because that is cool. What was that? Like I said, finding shelter for your first night is essential. Whether you make it yourself or you find it, it's always a good idea. Oh, something's fighting over there. Regardless, let's go and continue on. Now, we got a couple of other things from there. We got our wooden long sword, which is good. We also got some intestines. Right-click to find out what's inside. So basically, I guess you kill certain animals, you can get these as a drop. You could use them to make sausage rolls, which is the only thing you can use them for. But there are enchantments, and villager trades will trade intestines for emeralds as well. But for the most part, the best thing you can do with them is just right-click, and there you go. We got some seeds and some slime. That was really good. Let's actually clear this up so we can just see everything that we get in here. We'll put that one up as well. That one doesn't look like we got anything from it. Ooh, what did we get here? We got a Fang Tooth, which is a Fish's Undead Rising, which we could use for a couple of different things. There is a Tooth Dagger and a Swine Mask, a Bone Sword, and we can also use it for bone meal as well. And then what else we got? We got some melon seeds, and then last we got some more slime, some clay, and some dye, which is perfect. Like, these are just small, almost overworld drops. The sort of things that you might find in somebody's intestine. But that is good. So that is the first two quests. We've got a couple of ways we can go from here. But again, this is just first day, first starts. So let's move down to the player shop. This is where we can actually make money. So if we were to submit 32 wood, we would be able, actually, So yeah, if we were to submit 32 wood, we would be able to make a little bit of currency. Same thing with the bone blocks. There's also, stuff like crude oil, obsidian, dirt, carrots. All of this would get us a little bit of money, which we can use in the shop to buy a whole bunch of different things. We'll get into that one a little bit in the future. Next up, we've got farming and agriculture. Because we've gotten those seeds, we can go click on there. There's our 25 monies. There's our 25 monies. There's our 25 monies. But there's a bunch of other things in here that we're going to have to make as well. Economy in Harvestcraft. There's machines in Harvestcraft. There's how to become a cookie monster. So there's a whole bunch of different cookies in here. There's food book and agricultural journal. Even up to rat. There's also a whole bunch of rats. We can buy one of these rat traps, or we can actually make one in our world as well. Something I haven't played around with yet, so I'm actually looking forward to that. Next up, we've got the mayoral position available. So this is, I guess, our little bit of village building. And actually, this location here looks like it would be pretty good for that. We got a lot of wide open spaces. Ooh, what is that? Well, whatever it is, it just disappeared. So yeah, we got our little bit of a village that we can do. New mayor needed. After our last mayor vanished due to some unknown circumstances, we lacked the leadership and independence to rule ourselves, and we'd love to be told what to do. So please become our mayor. Text us back when you get this, your future citizen. So I'm not going to go and, build this one yet. It's something we can do in the future, but there is a little bit of a pre-build we got to do to get that one. But that's something we're going to have to work on. Exploration. So we've got a bounty board, and then we've also got a bunch of different keys that we can get. I believe these are drops from mobs. I don't think we can actually craft them, but they will give us certain rewards. If we wanted to do the bounties, what we got to do is come up here. We might as well do them now because we never know when we're going to get them. But we can click on that, accept the rewards. We got 10 monies. We got a loot reward. As soon as I click this, it gives us this reward. So a siren flute, that's kind of cool. We also got a whole bunch of food. So bounties are quests that can be completed for rewards. Rewards start off small, but the more bounties you complete, the more unlock. Every bounty, you become more seasoned hunter, no doubt. Of course, the reward increases along with the danger. So right off the bat, there are 6, 7, 8 different bounties. This bottom one here has got to be the easiest one. It is for the seagulls. So I guess if you kill a seagull, you will get your bounty here. But there's the scarecrow, there's the rifter, the stymphalian bird, a fierce raptor that descends upon prey with a bronze beak and sharp metallic pinions, Trollager, cockatrice, siren, and hunter illager. Often to be found living in little huts around the plains biome, lives together with his best friend. So these are little bounties. What we can basically, they are always open, and as soon as we get them, we'll be able to collect them. And again, there are some other stuff down here where we can make them or find these ones, and then we can actually collect rewards for having them. Next up is the dimensions. This is another sort of spider web of advancements, but we've got the Beneath, we've got the Ratlantis, which has to do with that rat mod pack, Midnight, we've got Twilight Forest, we've got Between Lands, we've got Limbo, and I thought there doesn't look like to be any other ones on here, but as you can see, there's a lot of different things we can do in all of these other dimensions. Magic and spell casting, there is, again, a absolute ton of things to do. Murder 100 wizards. We can find these guys in towers. I don't know if we actually want to go about doing that, but that is an advancement there. Crystal flowers, again, these are things we got to find to kind of start on our quest to complete these tabs. Next up is legendary artifacts. So again, oak tool rack. We can actually make that. That's not too difficult. We can get some money for that. But these are all stands that we can throw some of these legendary stuff on. We've actually got one. You can see there's an exclamation mark over here on the side. And we've got our Siren Flute collect rewards too. So we've got that 350 monies. That's good. Another loot reward. Click that. 16 arrows. That's not so bad. That could come in handy for sure. But as we come across these in our world, we're going to be unlocking advancements. Introduction to science. Now, this is where things get, automated and things like that. Upgrade kits. We've got dynamos. We got scoops. So we got the bees in here. Sappy beginnings. Tree sap. Railways, foregoing, engineer's manual, jetpacks. That's something to be looking forward to as well. We've also got advanced science, which again, a ton more advancements. There's an absolute ton of things to do in here. Crafting calculator, looks like power armor. I'm looking for some sort of storage in here. I don't actually see any storage in here. I'm sure there is. It's just, I'm just overlooking it. But next up, mystical agriculture. This has been in a ton of packs. You got all your different things here though, which is going to be a lot of fun to kind of do. Bosses, all the different bosses in the pack. You've got your Twilight Forest ones. Ratillion, so that's going to be with the rat guys. Black Death, again, that's probably with the rat mod pack as well. Plus a bunch of different ones I'm not super familiar with. We've got the End Dragon, we've got the Elder Guardian, Barako the Sun Chief, that's from the Mausies mobs, I believe. And Ferris Rotnot, that was a fun little conversation I had with Creative Kitty a long time ago. Challenges are, just ones that you kind of build up over time. So 500 chance cubes, you get that. You can click to submit it. You get all these other chance cubes. That's going to be a lot of explosions. Items enchanted. So, every time you enchant items, you'll end up getting these creative modifiers, a ton of money. But these are all things that you probably work towards passively. You don't work towards them actively. Dirt Factory, big money, big woman, big fun. Any compressed 4 times dirt. This is actually something we could probably do pretty quick. So triple compressed, double compressed, compressed dirt. That's actually not too difficult. Something we can work on in the future. And last is the unlockables. So unlocked from completing chapters. So we got the mayoral position. We get this creative collar. Gives 1,000 points to spend. That's probably going to be in your skills menu there. Advanced science. We get one team reward of bedrock, I guess. Okay, I don't know what you want to do that for. Maybe there's something there. Creative cheese, team rewards, completed by unlocking secrets. So again, these are all passive stuff. As you go down, it's less likely you're going to be getting them actively. But that's it for all of the advancements. We've kind of gone through the night, which is perfect. Gives a chance to kind of start in our day. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was informative. Let me know if I overlooked anything or if there's something in here that you're a little bit confused about. I can kind of focus on that in a future episode or even just answer you in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JackalWolf. Also, check out the description below. There will be a link to my Discord page. I would love it if you guys stop by to say hi. As well, there will be a link to my Patreon page. If you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this content, and you want to support, stop by, check it out. There are a lot of great perks out there for all of my supporters. But that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.